All right, welcome in everybody. Joe Powers here, ready for another episode of GHSA All Access. And joining us today, we're going to have a friend of mine from my alma mater originally in our conversations, but now the head coach at Fitzgerald High School, and that is Coach Wes Tankersley. Coach Tank, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Joe. How are you?
Man, I'm doing all right. Good to see you. I know we're getting ready for football season, and you got a lot going on. So thank you so much for giving us some time to chat here today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on. Anytime you call, I'm going to try to get on there. That's for sure.
I appreciate that, Coach. Well, I tell you what, you look good in purple.
Well, it's not my first time in purple, a little bit different purple, but it kind of suits me. So, happy to be back in it, and happy to be at Fitzgerald High School.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, first off, let me say, it's just nice to get to talk to you again, and I want to give you the opportunity in our conversation here to promote everything that you do there at Fitzgerald and what you're going to be bringing new in your first year there. So if there's any of that social media or, your radio broadcast or television, anything that you want to promote, please feel free to let me know. We'll get that out there to make sure people know where they can find you, where they can listen and watch everything that you're doing at Fitzgerald. So is there anything like that you want to share right out of the gate?
Not anything special, anything necessarily special. We're on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and, all that kind of stuff like a lot of other programs now. Obviously, there's a great radio station here in town, and, we're just excited to be here and get this season going in just a few weeks now. I hit the ground running really about 6 weeks ago now, and it's been fast and furious, this last month for sure.
I hear you, Coach. Well, let's talk just a little bit about that. Tell me, what was the transition like for you going from Stevens County? You had an overall record up there, 7 seasons you spent with the Indians up there, which is where I was mentioning off the top, my alma mater. 47-31 there in 7 seasons at Stevens County. What, I guess, brought about the transition and the change for you to make it down to Fitzgerald here in Middle and South Georgia for us?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just, Fitzgerald High School itself and its football program and the administration and, all the people here. Having that opportunity was huge for me and my family to come in and be a part of a program, that has so much tradition and, loves football the way they do and supports football the way they do. So I think to me, it's not so much anything bad about, Stevens County. I love my time there, but, when you get an opportunity like this, I think you got to take it and you got to make the best of it and come into this thing excited and ready to try to win a championship.
Absolutely, Coach. And, you're stepping into a program here in 1AA. As I look over, I've got my cheat sheet over here. Coming into 2024, coming off the 2024 season in Region 1, Division 1, 10-4, Fitzgerald, back-to-back seasons with a 10-4 record. And, of course, 14-1 before that. You had 13-2 in a championship in the playoffs there, 13-1 and 8-4 as we go all the way back to the year of 2019. So pretty good record there for Fitzgerald, a well-known program here in Middle Georgia. Let me tell you, we talk about it, know about it often and well. So what is your expectation? Sorry, our radio station there fired off. What's your expectation coming into 2022?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to shy away from the expectations of winning big time football games here at Fitzgerald. Like I say, that's the reason you come to a place like this to have that type of ability every year to try to win a championship. And that's what we're going to try to do again this year. Been able to, hit the ground running, like I said here, and get the coaching staff together. I got that together in about 3 weeks, and we got a great group of guys as far as the coaching staff goes with a lot of experience. some guys that have coached here and some guys from outside here as well. So I think it's a good mix of of guys that have been here and just some new some new blood as well, I guess you could say. But the expectation here is to win every game you play, right? I mean, it really is. That's what we're going to try to do each and every week.
I hear you, Coach. And let's just talk about that record that you have coming up. And we'll talk a little bit about those coaches. I'd love to hear some of the names that you've got on board there. But, right out of the gate, you're going to have Irwin County. That's the rivalry right there, right? I mean, that's the backyard brawl. It's the haymaker everybody wants to see, and you enjoy that. So as you prepare for that, we'll lead in with some of those new coaches you've brought in and talk about those that you've got on the staff that have remained. Let's talk about that in the preparation coming up here for game one.
Yeah, I mean, for us right now, and really the whole month of June, it's more than anything, I've just been trying to learn the kids and names. It took me about the first 2 weeks of taking roll every morning to get pretty much all the names down, and then just get them out there and start evaluating what they can and can't do, and then also pull from the coaches that had been there as well. Take what they know about the kids and the experience they have with them, and kind of blend it with what I'm seeing on a daily basis out on the field and in the weight room during the month of June. Offense coordinator be Jay Breeden. Jay's been here. This is his first year back here last year, but he'd been here before. Was with Jason Strickland for quite a few years at some various stops, and so he knows the type of offense that I want to run, which is wing T style. Now, we'll kind of, depending on what kind of quarterback we have, it'll be under center or in the shotgun, just kind of depending on the talent we have there. Defensively, it's Sherrod Reynolds. Sherrod was the defense coordinator here last year and has been on staff probably about 5 years, I think, in all, if I'm not mistaken. So, happy to have him continue to lead the defense. And, I think those two guys and the other guys here too have been great for me to really pull just the knowledge of the kids as much as anything, just knowing them and, knowing their personalities and knowing what they've done in the past, really helps in that evaluation process, and hopefully, takes away from, some of that you sometimes as you go in your first year, you're kind of guessing a little bit about some of the kids and, guessing about, some of their abilities and some different things. So hopefully that's taken a little bit out of it. Obviously, you're still trying to figure out a lot of things about the kids and build relationships with them. But, I think that's going to be a big help in the long run.
Sure. Absolutely. And Coach, as you're getting settled here in Middle Georgia, I really should just say Middle South Georgia with Fitzgerald there, and you're looking into the start of the season. Let's talk a little bit about that team as you get to know the players and the coaches and learning from the people that are on your staff. What's the lineup look like when it comes to returning starters or, seniors, juniors on the roster? Talk a little bit about that, what we're going to see in Fitzgerald this year.
Yeah, I think, most of the experience that we have coming back is on the offensive side of the ball. They've lost a few guys. They've lost a couple of guys there, but, mainly, especially on the offensive line and then at quarterback as well and running back, you got a lot of guys returning in that aspect. So, right now, especially at the first of June, that aspect of the offense was a little bit ahead of the defense because I've tried to implement a few new things on the defensive side of the ball. Then we have the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, a kid named Tyson King is going to be a real big linebacker for us and a real big leader on that side. Offensively, it's Victor Copeland. Victor will be our quarterback / running back / just put him anywhere and get him the ball. So,
Gotcha.
He's very, very electric with the ball in his hand. So those are two good names there. Like I say, there's lots of other guys too, that I think are going to play major roles. But I think those two are probably be the leaders on both sides of the ball.
Sure. I hear you, Coach. Well, your record is going to be your season lineup, your schedule is going to be one that doesn't give you a lot of ramp, I guess, really, to come in and get used to the new
Yeah,
scheme
sure.
for the players and all of that. You got your hands full. Irwin, Crisp, and Brooks, Worth, Appling, Brantley County, then Thomasville. I mean, you've got quite a schedule coming up here. What are your thoughts about just the tradition that you find here down in region that you're in now, and just what your thoughts are about coming back here to the Middle Georgia and Purple?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it. Learning, this. I was in Northeast Georgia and Northwest Georgia, so I've been on opposite corners of the north part, and now I'm coming down south. And honestly, it's a lot the same, but it's also a little bit different in each one of those regions. I'm excited to to figure out those differences and learn and grow as a coach. And, I was able to do that from Northwest Georgia to Northeast Georgia, and looking forward to doing that again and competing against some new coaches and new programs. And, I think it's just an exciting time to be able to do that. And, obviously a lot of tradition in a lot of those programs that we're playing, early on and really throughout the season. And, that's one thing you want, right? I had somebody else ask me about, playing out-of-state games and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't need to play out-of-state games.
Right.
Play everybody around us. I mean, those are the games where people are going to come to and make things really crowded. And then you got really good teams that you're going up against as well. So, I don't think we got to travel too far to find a lot of good competition here in this area. We are looking forward to the Irwin County, always looking forward to that matchup just because it's, fun rivalry. I always love those rivalry type games. It will be an interesting, it'll be an interesting matchup this year just because you have two new head coaches as well. So, I think that's definitely an interesting dynamic it's going to make it even more exciting just because you got two new guys coming into it and two new fan bases that, the fan bases will be interested to see, what's going to happen on the field.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting dynamic. I actually didn't even think about that, Coach, and the fact that you've got this border war rivalry game, this game that is much to do in Fitzgerald and in Irwin County. You got two new head coaches, and you're going on the road. So that's always nice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just start out on the road.
But at least it's not too far. 9 miles, something like that. So it's not very far.
Yeah, you can pretty much throw a rock and hit all kinds of great competition here.
Yeah, for sure. Like I say, I'm looking forward to it as a coach. I think all of it just makes you learn and grow and become better. Competition brings the best out in everybody.
Yep. Well, Coach, I know you're having just a ton of fun as you address all the new things that come with a new stop in coaching and getting everything aligned. Let's talk about the things that have made that really easy for you. I'll give you a second to brag on your administration there in your county and your school. What's the welcome been like for you coming into Fitzgerald? How has everything gone for you in these first few weeks?
Yeah, I mean that's been great. Like right now, we still haven't gotten in a house yet. Like I say, we're trying to get all that worked out too. So they've got me a place to stay till we can get that figured out. So it's been very welcoming. Obviously, Coach Gamble, our athletic or our principal, was a former coach here as well. So he knows what it takes and what you need as a football coach to get things going. And so him and Coach McDonald, the athletic director, are both been a real big help in getting done what we need to get done to get this thing started in a very quick manner. And then from a booster club standpoint, just like I say, helping find a place to stay, moving, all those sorts of things. They're very willing to help out with whatever's needed to make things easier, easier on the transition, especially with the lack amount of time. And, like I told a couple other people too, this booster club, it's unbelievable how much, they do for the kids. I mean, they're there at 6:30 every morning, cooking a huge breakfast for the kids. It's not just a little bitty biscuit and a little sausage or something. It's
Right.
gravy and sausage and ham and everything you can think of. So there's a lot of support here, and it's making the transition a lot easier when you can just go into a place and they're asking you, hey, coach, what do you need? How can we help? And that takes a lot of load off of you and a lot of things off of your back, so you can worry about coaching football.
That's right. And Coach, I do just want to get back to the schedule for just a second here as we look, because as you talk about the adjustments and getting used to, your surroundings and your environment now, you've got the first 2 games on the road with Irwin and then Crisp. And then your first game is going to be at home against Brooks County. And, that's a pretty well-storied program as well here down in the region of Doom, as we call it, region of boom, some people call it. What do you expect that first home game to be like for you here in Fitzgerald, and the fact that it's going to be taking on a team like Brooks County?
Yeah, I expect it to be packed, right? I think there'll be a lot of people there, especially, with Brooks County coming in. And I think it'll just be, really exciting. Expect it to be a hard-hitting, fast football game on both sides of the ball. And, like I say, I'm looking forward to all these new experiences and going against these new teams and being able to, go up against some of the best in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, Coach, it's going to be exciting. I'm going to keep a close eye on what you guys are doing there. Of course, I won't have the luxury this season as I'm back in the booth calling the Friday night ball games for the Dublin Fighting Irish here. You see just over my shoulder. Yeah. But I look forward to being able to talk to you and see those scores throughout the season and just, hear from you. It's always fun to hear what's going on with new coaches when they come into a region. I love talking to coaches. Ryan McKenzie, I just spoke to him yesterday, new coach over at Pelham. I talked to him when he was at Chattahoochee previously as well. And I got the new coach coming up from, let's see, where's it going to be? I forget. I've got a lot of new coaches lined up here this week, so I can't remember which one's coming up, but it's going to be a lot
hard
of fun.
To remember all of them. There's a lot of coaching changes for sure.
Yes, sir. But I look forward to it, and I wish you all the best. And I thank you for taking some time just to join us here. GHSA All Access, we try to cover the entire state, not just the metro area. We like to talk to all the folks around this great state. And, we play football in every county, so we want to make sure we talk to all of them. That's why it's All Access. But, Coach, you're always welcome here. Thank you for your time, and I'll give you the last word if there's anything you'd like to share.
Yeah, just thank you, Joe, for what you do as well, and trying to promote high school football, in the whole state of Georgia, not just not just in Middle and South Georgia. Like I say, we've got to know each other. Even me being all the way up Northeast Georgia, of course, I guess it did help that was where you graduated from too. But
yes, sir.
We look forward to have a great relationship with you and being on here more, and just thank you for all you do as well.
Well, thanks, Coach. I certainly appreciate it. Best of luck to you. And, it is going to be a lot of fun. And I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you so much, Coach Wes Tankersley, the new head coach at Fitzgerald High School. And thank you for your time. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Joe.